Currently, I find myself using TraderView stats, but I take it only so far as tracking and seeing rather than creating action items. So let's address that. That's really important. If you're not going from taking the stats, coming to some key pieces and things that need to be better, let's say, or things that are fantastic, and then going from there, that step further that you're talking about that you're not doing, it's a huge miss. So if I find out that my win, first of all, you have to have some frame of reference. When I first started trading, I remember like posting my stats publicly all the time on forums and different things because I was looking to see, is this good? Does this suck? Can somebody tell me? And guess what? I didn't get any answers, right? I think my trading was really good at the time when I posted those. And I think people were, as they probably rightfully so, just thought, here's some dude just looking for, now that I know what good stats are, people probably thought, here's some dude looking, he's probably lying, right? And he's just some person looking for a pat on the back, right? But in reality, my stats were really good. By the way, anyone who can start to break even is really good. Anyone who just starts to do slightly better than breaking even is really, really good. Anyone who can beat the cycle of boom bust starts to get really good. So there's the benchmark for you. Now within NADRO, within stock NADRO on the standard intraday timeframes that I tend to gravitate towards, which a lot of other people do too, we have some general kind of like stats that are give you a frame of reference as to kind of, you should start to see things this good, right? You should be able to maintain a win percent during good stretches of trading in the 40s, mid 40s, right? You should strive to get your average winner to average loser ratio around 2-to-1. That's good stuff. If you can do both of those things, that's great trading. You've kind of arrived. Now it's just a matter of, can you show consistency, right? In everything from your prep and routines and the work that you're doing to then achieve the consistency in the results. A lot of people have flawed conceptions as to what consistency means, because guess what? Even the most consistent traders in the world have drawdowns, I guess, except for like what, Citadel or something. I don't know, right? Like maybe some HFT stuff, but real human traders have drawdowns. Using these statistics, now that I went on a tangent about statistics for a little bit, let's say your win percent is too low, right? Very common mistake or problem. That typically comes down to one of two things. It's either on the selectivity side, to where you're not doing a good enough job of pretty much doing other extra crap outside of, let's say, your best setups, your playbook trades, good NADRO trades. That's the most common problem for a low win percent. The second most common problem I see for a low win percent is actually around trade management. It's someone who's really doing too much scratching just because they start to take a tiny bit of heat. They're trying to be too precise. They don't trust and give the trade room to work. They tend to run into win percent problems. So knowing that and figuring out, okay, win percent's a problem, you have to ask yourself, what's causing the problem? And I just gave you two examples, very almost exclusively the problems I see with win percent are related to those things. Which one of those is it? It could be other things, right? Have I not adjusted to volatility? All kinds of things, right? But again, that's trade management. So if you're asking the right questions as to where is this problematic statistic coming from, you are then going to be able to look towards your process, look towards things that you can control. So let's say, just for example, we haven't adjusted stops to volatility. Well, maybe some of you won't be able to figure that out. And obviously, that's where someone like me or your peers in the community can help you. See, you don't know what you don't know. For those of you with a little more experience, you can probably start to recognize pretty quickly, I'm stopping out on trades that are ultimately really working, right? If that's the case, you either then have to split this decision tree again into one of two ways. Is my timing wrong for some reason, right? Do I need to work on my entry trigger and improve my timing? Or is that good enough and I need to therefore loosen my stops? My stops are too tight for the current volatility. So just like almost anything in life, asking the right questions is what gets you to the right places. So stats are great. You got to take them to the next level, and you really just got to ask the right questions to get there and dig as to what are the things that are kind of back to the market, back to your process relative to the market that you can do to get better. And then you want to monitor that exact stat. You want to have process goals around the things that you took away that you can control and get better at. And then you want to monitor the statistics to see that the process goals are improving the stats. And then you just do it all over again. And there's your career as a trader. Different kind of conditions. We've seen, huge news-driven sell-offs. We've seen choppy, grindy moves. With that was red, I didn't get to. So if we're gonna go with our little imbalanced pullback here, maybe this you like the RTH priority number one, looking for ETH. And this profile is somewhat